Good morning. My name is Julian Baker and I'm the British Council Director for the Caribbean based in Havana. Our Caribbean Directorate delivers cultural relations programs in the three islands of Cuba, Jamaica and Trinidad. It's an absolute pleasure for me to be here with you this morning and a great privilege to be able to open this year's anti-corruption conference in Trinidad. On a personal level, it is always a great pleasure for me to return to Trinidad and Tobago, as I spent many holidays here as a child, many years ago, whilst my parents lived and worked for Federation Chemicals down south near Cuba. Returning to Trinidad and Tobago on British Council business is always a bit of a journey back in time that triggers happy memories for me. In fact, I often used to swim in the Hilton pool right here, but I am digressing. On a professional level, I am delighted that the British Council has the opportunity to play a role as the co-host for this year's conference, because it is the first tangible result of our newly emerging partnership with the Trinidad and Tobago Transparency Institute, a partnership that we hope to build upon and grow over the coming months and years. I think that all of us here today would agree that the future of programming, advocacy and policy dialogue belongs to partnerships and partnering. That is, to the building of alliances and coalitions that advance the national development agenda with regards to strategic policy issues. The benefits are very obvious. Partnerships help to pool financial resources and technical expertise, enable organisations to reach greater numbers of people, and secure important synergies between two or more actors working on similar policy issues. This collaboration between the British Council and TTTI is an example of such a partnership, and I am very excited about the prospect of engaging in a conversation and debate about the importance of exploring transparency and accountability in Trinidad and Tobago over the next few years, together with Derek Murray and his team. Many of you may be wondering why the British Council is interested in governance issues. The British Council is the United Kingdom's international organisation for cultural and educational opportunities. Our purpose is to create international opportunities for the people of the UK and other countries, and to build trust between them worldwide. We do this by developing a wider knowledge of the UK and the English language, through improving cultural and educational understanding, building relationships and cooperation between the UK and countries around the world. Also by attracting people who matter to our future to engage with the UK's vibrant cultural and arts scene, educational opportunities, and diverse, modern, open society. By delivering programmes and services in the English language, arts, education and society, the British Council makes a long-term impact on lives and opportunities in the UK and overseas. In 2012-13, we worked with more than 550 million people worldwide in more than 100 countries. Our society work shares the United Kingdom's values and expertise in justice, inclusion, rule of law, governance, and engaged citizenship. This helps to lay the foundations for good trade relations with the UK, with the United Kingdom, and build safer, inclusive, and more prosperous societies. We put great emphasis on the importance of community engagement and empowerment to ensure that citizens and the next generations may have access to a safer and more inclusive world through demanding accountability and transparency. For the past 80 years, the British Council has forged global partnerships for the modernisation of educational systems, developed innovative approaches to skills development, and supported entrepreneurship. Furthermore, we help millions of young people to learn English and to benefit from the excellent opportunities that the United Kingdom higher education has to offer. But we are also interested in questions of governance and how citizenries around the world govern themselves. What does it take to govern well? What mindset, what attitudes, what resources are required for making good governance a reality? At the British Council, we are convinced that societies with better governance and reduced levels of corruption are fairer societies, and fairer societies are economically more prosperous, politically more stable, and on an individual level, more enjoyable for their citizens. Fairness is an important differentiator in this regard, and it is one of those societal values like diversity, tolerance and democratic decision-making that the British Council seeks to promote through its international cultural relations work. This year's conference, titled Development Through Leadership with Integrity, highlights the importance of an individual's behaviour, attitude and action in the context of good governance. While structures, policies and institutions clearly matter in the fight against corruption, in our view, personal responsibility and individual integrity are equally indispensable prerequisites for any successful governance strategy in the Caribbean and beyond. For us at the British Council, ethical leadership simply means that everybody is a leader and that everybody has a responsibility to ensure that societal interaction is transparent, accountable, and driven by individual merit and need rather than personal connection and wealth. It is not only the company boardroom and the parliamentary chamber that need to drive the process of good governance. The proverbial ordinary man in the street must also get involved, needs to have safe access to blow the whistle when they have seen and heard enough. Every citizen must take charge of the activities that go on in public life. No one is too unimportant to be heard, everybody counts, and corruption affects us all. Inevitably, the absence of ethical leadership stifles sustainable development. Political objectives such as modernising public infrastructure, improving social service delivery, and stimulating economic growth are frequently undermined by the sheer magnitude of the financial losses which societies experience as a result of corrupt practices. According to a report by Washington, DC-based advisory firm Global Financial Integrity, between 2002 and 2011, developing countries lost approximately US $5.9 trillion to illicit overflows as the result of corruption. Today's conference features an exciting lineup of speakers and discussants from Trinidad, neighbouring Barbados, and faraway Nigeria. We will debate legislation and whistleblowing, anti-corruption agencies and procurement regimes, but in all our conversations, the responsibility of the individual and the importance of integrity in the pursuit of personal advancement will be the ultimate reference points for our analysis informing the way forward. I wish all of us an enjoyable and thought-provoking conference experience, and I'm looking forward to meeting many of you in person during the course of the day. And finally, and most importantly, thank you all very much for your attendance and for your participation. I hope you really enjoy the conference today. Thank you very much.